Good. I guess the VOD started. So those of you on YouTube watching on the archive, welcome. This is Game 1 of Seed versus Ottr on Fruitland. It was mutually agreed upon to remove Habitation Station from the ladder pool and replace it with this one. So let's see what happens. I've never really casted a game on this. They've never played a game on this. Anything could happen. And furthermore, these borders are accurate. Both of these players are unranked. So anything can happen here. Looks like some of the crowd is rooting for Leand. Somehow both players are in yellow. There we go. I hit Alt F by accident. I wasn't really sure what was going on there, but anyway, in the top right, we have, sporting the pink colors, it is Seed, playing those Protoss pieces. In the bottom left, we have her opponent, sporting the green, using the Zerg pieces, it is Ottr. So both of these players have been featured before in these show matches, playing different opponents. I think this actually should be a very interesting matchup here. Get rid of that nice UI, clear things out a little bit. You can see Fruitland is a very decorative map. Notice the watermelon, the lemon hanging out back there. A lot of the background colors are based on fruit, like pouring their juices apparently in this area here. This is all that's all grapes. That was watermelons back there. These are lemons. Like it definitely lives up to its name. More importantly, though, for our purposes as a match, is structurally this map looks very similar to Yonsu. You have kind of base up here in the corners, as you can see. Then another one here off to the left. There's no rocks in the middle, though, so this should play out considerably differently. The ramp area from front of the natural is kind of wide here, which, given that this is a PVZ, may come into play. Depends kind of on the style that Seed actually goes for here. Let's see. Another thing that's different from Yonsu is that this is not blocked by rocks, effectively making this a more normal expansion. And there's a lot of open space. Wow, look at that. The watchtowers hold, actually watch in this direction. They will not actually see anything in the center area here. So holding the center watchtower is actually... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. They changed the coding for that so it actually goes above ground. Or maybe it always did this? I've never seen anybody do this on any other map, though. Like where they put a Zelnaga watchtower on the low ground like that. Guess we learn something new every day. Otter's Overlord is actually just about to start wandering into the base up here. You'll notice that Seed has not gone for any kind of wall off. Not here. Not down here. Not yet. So it looks like, I'm guessing she has something very specific in mind, or she's kind of hoping she doesn't get a bunch of links thrown at her. May just be going for like a gateway expand. A lot of players will do this, though. Personally, I found that build to be a mystery. I'm not very good at executing it. I get killed a lot when I try. So much props to her. She can make it work. Nothing too crazy going on from Ottr either. Just the usual expand into pool. Grabbing the extractor for gas, most likely just to get link speed. And, there we go. So it is a gateway expand play. Actually just about to throw down the Nexus right now. Nope. Okay. Going to grab a couple other things first. Looks like. Going for that fake play. Going for the Nexus fake. Confuse the caster a little bit. And yeah, we also have people talking about in the chat with the Day-Night Team League run by GM Faust, who's hanging out with us tonight. Big shout out to you, sir. Love what you do. Keep it up, man. There we go. There's that Nexus. Starting to get that wall off started too. So it looks like both players are actually going for more of a kind of, not necessarily, wouldn't call it turtley style, but more just get that economy up and go for the two base plays at least. Wouldn't necessarily call it standard. Usually you'd see some kind of poke in with some lings from the Zerg just for some scouting purposes, if nothing else. But pretty close to it. No crazy surprises just yet. Now I'm actually looking at the way this map is structured. If you send anything across the map, it has to run through this area, I think, and then down, unless you specifically tell it to go all the way around the side. Paying attention down to the mini-map in the corner here. So this is actually a very good watchtower to hold then, because like anything where the army's not specifically told to move across, you'll basically get perfect information on its movements. Now, granted, yeah, you can completely hide an army movement running around the side like that, so that is definitely a possibility. little light on gas here from Leonseed. Actually, if you don't grab this second gas fairly quickly with most Protoss builds, you're going to end up in a position where you'll be able to have enough money to grab whatever tech you want, Robo Facility, Stargate, but you're not gonna probably be able to produce much right away. In this case, it's okay. It depends on what she's trying to get with the Robo Facility, but we'll have to see from here. Forge is up. Gateway as well. Decent wall off. Looks like back home, I would say that Ottr is very much a Ling, Baneling, or a Roach player, from what I can remember. It looks like she's going more for the Ling style with this one, grabbing the 2 evolution chambers for the upgrades. Not feeling particularly threatened at the moment. Now, the thing that's particularly unusual is that she hasn't gone for a third yet. So we may be seeing some aggression come out. Yeah, definitely. Here comes 16 Zerglings. So she's going to try and push things a bit. Wall's pretty close to done up here, but there's still enough room for Lings to actually swing by and do some damage here, so we'll have to see whether or not that's closed up in time. Or the Lings could also just be for defensive purposes. This is something that you'll see a lot with play at this level, is a lot of times people, even though you might think they have the opportunity for an aggressive play, and they might try and do that, sometimes they'll actually just hang back and keep their armies there, kind of like more just for safety purposes. Okay, so we got some Immortals coming out, not making any attempt to go up to oh, that hurts. I'll talk about that in just a second. Protoss not making an attempt to actually go up to area of effect damage yet in the form of Colossus or Templar. But yeah, this happens. You got to be really careful about your base setup. Leonseed just found it. Unfortunately, if you set your rally point in this direction after closing the space off, your workers will spawn in here and they can't escape. So unfortunately, those 2 workers will never probably be getting any mining done. Wow, a lot of zealots there. One way to fill up a wall, I suppose. But yeah, these guys aren't going to be getting any work done unless Leonseed makes a War Prism. They're pretty much trapped there for the rest of the game. Yeah, lots of little oversaturation going on there as well. Not too dramatically bad, but could be evened out a little bit better. Neither player going for a third just yet. Lots of Lings coming out. Infestation Pit's actually just about to finish. So if Ottr has any kind of tech transition planned here, we're going to see that pretty soon. One thing I also know is that both of these players, in addition to being unranked, actually haven't played very much in a while. They actually didn't know about a lot of the patch 2.1 changes, so a lot of that stuff is new to them. So we could be seeing any number of things happen in this. Not picking up those gases at the natural. That's going to impact things a little bit. Looks like Leonseed's idea here is that she wants to go for a Gateway army plus Immortals. Can work here. It kind of depends on what Ottr goes for. If we do see like a Zergling Baneling play, and it may actually just be Zerglings at this point. I wonder if she's just grabbing the Hive in order to grab the Adrenal upgrades, get those Cracklings. But yeah, Banelings would be a logical choice from here. Leonseed has scouted this. Seen all the Banelings. Grabbing a couple cannons, mostly for safety, I'm sure. And it looks like positioning forward here. Not exactly sure what Leon's plan is from here. Most Protosses will grab a third base and also start teching, but could really see anything from here. Looks like, how many gateways do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, nothing particularly unusual in that respect either. May just be going for an Immortal attack. Warp Prism. Again, this could be just to free the probes, but it may also be for a planned attack that Leonseed is actually coming up with. We'll have to wait and see. No way to find out just yet. Things from Ottr, kind of just moving around. Looks like she might actually be getting to... I mean, just from the direction she's spreading her creep here, she may have an expansion in mind soon. Not necessarily a bad idea. A lot of minerals, a lot of gas for the Zerg player at the moment. Really could be doing anything. And there we go. There's the drone down for the third base. Okay. Gives us an idea of what's planned from here. And there you go. This map's kind of funky geometry is causing the army to split up into pieces, which unfortunately is going to happen just as the Lings are moving to the Zelnaga Watchtower and are now going to be fully aware that there's a giant army present up here. Now, these Lings by themselves unfortunately cannot deal with this. There's actually way too many Zealots here. But there's, a decent surround on the Lings right here. They're gonna be able to do a lot of damage, even though, yeah, unfortunately you can see they're kind of getting shredded by the Zealots. So Leon's got a very dominating position here in the middle of the map, and unfortunately there isn't really much to back this up. Still just Lings, no additional tech. coming out yet. No Swarm Host. Does have the ability to make that, but she isn't going for it just yet. No Spire, nothing else behind this. And if the Unseat pushes right now, this is going to get really dangerous for Ottr. Coming up the no real force fields in this army though. So if she can get, even if it's just running around the army for a counterattack, that something like that may be necessary at this point. As you can see, these Lings again getting torn to pieces. There's just too many Zealots in the army to back this up. And oh boy, I hate to say it, but this is looking really, really dark at the moment. And back home, we can see that Leon Seed is actually not doing anything. So just kind of relying on this attack to get things done, just warping in units as she can. Baneling Nest actually just about to finish, but unfortunately the rally point from this hatchery here is actually set to just behind the army, so most likely these Lings are going to get just destroyed immediately as they come out. And yeah, here we go. Attack start immediately and not really able to kill anything there, as you can see. Just basically on top of the reinforcements for the Zerg now at this point. There's so many resources behind this, so it is entirely possible that Ottr could, from say this hatchery down here, start building something, but yeah, it's looking pretty grim, so I can't really blame the GG there.